Federal government says Amazon illegally violated children's privacy and they're making the tech company pay for it.
So how can you keep the devices in your home from spying on your family? NBC4 Investigates Jamie Ostroff has some answers. Jamie?
Well, breaking down what happened, Jen and Sierra, the Federal Trade Commission demanded a $25 million settlement from Amazon this week for allegedly violating the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA. The agency says the tech behemoth held on to kids' voices and location data through its Alexa connected devices, despite promises to delete that information.
I have lots of opinions on things like music, movies, and books.
There is a reason these things are called smart home devices. Alexa, what's your favorite book?
My absolute favorite book is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I learned a lot about what it means to be human.
Tech companies like Amazon rely on user data to bring these devices to life and improve the technology over time. But the Federal Trade Commission says Amazon was storing data it should have deleted, particularly voice recordings and geolocation data for kids under the age of 13. The agency says Amazon, which claims parents can manage their children's data and delete voice recordings, ignored deletion requests.
Using it to inform their AI was the purpose, but it still is something that they should have known better.
Denise Bergstrom chairs Franklin University's cybersecurity program. She says companies as big as Amazon should have layers of accountability in place to protect user data. But there are still real safety concerns if the data ends up in the wrong hands.
That could allow someone to stalk your child if it got out. If those pieces of information are put together, they're breadcrumbs that could help a perpetrator to identify and target your kid.
We have a long-standing commitment to preserve the trust of our customers and their families, Amazon wrote in a blog post following news that it would pay a $25 million settlement for this case. The company mentioned the privacy settings on its Alexa app, allowing parents to delete voice recordings and manage their kids' profiles.
How simple is it for a parent to navigate?
It's not simple for a parent. That's one of the biggest frustrations. The problem is that those safeguards they tend to be buried, and they tend to require a number of understandings where, okay, this is what we would call it. This is where it would be hidden. This is what it means.
So how do you protect your kids' privacy?
The biggest thing is to be aware that this is out there. And when you have the opportunity to limit that access, do so. It's better to then go back and modify those choices later to allow additional access if a situation changes than it is to try to take it back.
Now, as you saw, my Echo is pretty old, and because there are so many different devices with so many updates and different operating systems out there, Bergstrom says the best way to learn about the privacy settings that apply to your devices in your home is to search for instructions online. She recommends, by the way, checking 2 separate sources so you get it right. In a statement, Amazon denied violating the law here, but said the $25 million settlement will, quote, put the matter behind us. Amazon also agreed to delete profiles for kids under 13 that have been inactive for more than 18 months unless a parent chooses to keep them.